Judson, William Carey, and now Staughton. What a privilege it is to honor the very founders of U.S. international missions here at Green Lake. What a privilege it is to be connected with the history and legacy so profound. What a privilege it is to be with you here today, the hands and feet of international ministries who are in the world each and every day telling the old story of Jesus and his love. Now, I don't know about you, but I am pretty sure that William Staughton never thought that the mustard seed of U.S. missions that he was a part of all those years ago would today, through IM, encompass 5,200 churches in its support, 1,800 volunteer short-term and long-term missionaries, 450 mission partnership team members, 200 partnership organizations, and that it would have a footprint of operations and impact in 70 countries around this great world. What I am sure of is that if he and Maria were here with us in this room today, they would be beaming with joy. And they would be raising unending praise to God. Now, if you'll bear with me here for a moment, I would like to reflect a little on what this room means to the Green Lake Conference Center and in its ministry moving forward from this day. As many of you know, it is the Green Lake motto that when you are on our grounds, when you are interacting in fellowship or in study, when you are sharing ice cream in the dining hall, or even when you're taking a stroll along one of the stone bridge roads on our property, that somewhere God draws near and you find yourself taking a closer walk with him. As a sacred space, we believe here that the veil is thin. That Green Lake has, over the last 7 years, or several years because of that, moved to ushering in a more consciously reverent approach to its stewardship of its assets. Today, we fully recognize that each space, each viewscape, each room under our trust and care provides to those with ears that would hear and eyes that would see an embellished opportunity for God to enter in. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the stories and the testimonies that we hear from you. In fact, about 6 months ago, I was in Chiang Rai, Thailand, sitting in the New Hope Center with Jenny Kaczynski. And she was telling me about how not that long ago, right here in Green Lake, she was in a moment of discernment and God reached into her heart and affirmed that for her, missionary service was where she was being called. These stories abound here at Green Lake, and we are convinced that hosting people in places and spaces that encourage this connection is a critical component of the hospitality that we are called to provide. And so it is with these things in mind that I look around this room today and I declare, as Judson did all those years ago, our future is as bright as the promises of God. You see, I look around this room, and right over there, I see a young person dancing and beginning to believe for the very first time in their life that God's love is real. I look around this room, and I look out and I see this patio, and I see a newlywed couple standing arm in arm, rejoicing and being blessed by God's love in their union. I look around this room and I see pastors who are being built up, pastors who are being renewed, and pastors who are being refreshed. And I look around this room and I see the mystical mystery of God reaching out and touching people in ways that, well, I just can't imagine. From a more practical standpoint, I stand up here today and I realize that I can barely see the faces of you who are sitting in the back row right now. This is a big space. In fact, if you think about it, and if you stop and think about the places and spaces and rooms that you've encountered during your time here at Green Lake, your time here with us, you realize that we have small rooms, and we have medium rooms, and we have private homes, and we have breakout rooms, and we've got little nooks and crannies all over this beautiful, beautiful property. But up until today, we have never had more than one great hall for large gatherings and for fellowship. Up until today, only Pillsbury Hall, upstairs, from where we now stand, was usable for these extra large, or king size, as we would say at Burger King, right? King size gatherings was a space that we could host those gatherings in. But today, that reality changes. Today, we stand in Staughton Hall. Staughton Hall that has been meticulously planned, engineered, designed, and crafted so that upstairs we can be hosting 200 to 300 teens who are dancing to the music of a praise band, while down here we can host another 200 adults in Bible study. For Green Lake, it's a game changer. This means that we can say yes to 2 large groups, as Ben had offered earlier. You see, it is now in this fine room with its high-end finishes, its incredible views, that we can offer the magnetism and the draw that harken us back to the black tie dinners that we used to serve in the Crystal Dining Room in RWI. Anybody remember those days? It is now in this fine room, equipped with its high-tech sound system, its Wi-Fi connectivity, and its easy in, easy out stage system capabilities, that we can say yes, and we can fully meet the needs of even the most demanding convention planner. Right, Jason?
Yes.
And it is now in this fine room that we, as a ministry of recreation and transformation, can offer an experience unlike any other in the Upper Midwest. And so it is with deep humility and a tremendous appreciation that I say unto you this day, thank you. Thank you for being a partner with us here at the Green Lake Conference Center. It is on this day that I say thank you to each and every artisan who helped in crafting this magnificent space. The plumbers, the woodworkers, the masons, the electrician, the ditch diggers, the painters, and so many more. It is on this day that I say thank you to the donors for the generosity that God has placed on your heart and the vision that He has placed in your mind. And it is on this day that most of all, I say thanks be to God.